Every year, thousands of Filipinos walk into a U.S. Embassy interview with complete documents, bank statements, and invitation letters, and still walk out with a denial. No explanation, just a stamp. And the painful truth is most of them have no idea what went wrong. So what is the consul actually looking for? And under the Trump administration, has it become even harder to get a U.S. visa or citizenship? According to one of America's most respected immigration lawyers, yes. And what he reveals today may completely change how you approach your next application. Welcome to Global Entry News. I'm glad you're here. This channel exists to give you real, honest immigration information. No rumors, no guesswork, just the facts you need. If you find this valuable, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Now let's get into it. Attorney Michael Gerfinkel has spent over 45 years fighting for Filipinos in the U.S. immigration system. Cum laude from UCLA, law degree with high honors from Loyola Law School, member of the State Bars of California and New York, and founder of one of America's most respected immigration law firms. For 21 years, he hosted Citizen Pinoy, a show built on one simple belief that Filipinos deserve real immigration information in plain language, not rumors heard at a barbecue. His nickname is the Attorney of Last Hope. His response to that? Why not make me the attorney of first choice? His success rate on difficult Filipino immigration cases is 9 out of 10. That is not luck. That is 4 decades of mastering a system most people do not understand. So let us start with the most common and most misunderstood situation: the tourist visa denial. The biggest mistake applicants make is thinking they need to prove they want to visit America. That is the wrong mindset entirely. Under Section 214B of U.S. immigration law, every applicant is presumed to be an intending immigrant. The burden of proof is on you. You must convince the consul that your life in the Philippines, your job, your family, your property is strong enough that you would never consider overstaying. This is where so many applicants fail without realizing it. Consider this real example. A mother tells the consul she wants to visit because her elderly parent in the U.S. is sick and she wants to help care for them. In her mind, that sounds legitimate and sympathetic. In the consul's mind, that is an immediate red flag. Caregiving for a sick relative could easily extend beyond 6 months. The consul is now calculating, will she actually leave when her visa expires? Given what she just said, the answer is obvious: denied. The lesson is not to be dishonest. It is to understand that how you frame your visit matters just as much as why you are visiting. Then there is the airport-to-airport situation, one of the most frightening immigration scenarios a Filipino can face. You fly 15 hours. You land in America. You present your valid visa. And you are pulled aside, taken to a back room, and placed on the next flight back to Manila. How does this happen with a valid visa? Because a visa is not a guarantee of entry. It is permission to present yourself at the border. The final decision belongs to Customs and Border Protection at the airport. If anything raises a flag, too much luggage for a 2-week trip, inconsistent answers about your last visit, items in your bag that suggest you are planning to stay, they have full authority to send you home. One case illustrates this perfectly. A woman claimed she was visiting for 2 weeks, but her bags told a completely different story. 3 large balikbayan boxes packed with personal belongings. When questioned, it emerged she had previously stayed 6 months, gone home briefly to pack everything, and was planning to return and stay as an undocumented immigrant. She never made it through. Her bags went right back with her. Now, what has changed under the Trump administration? Attorney Gerfinkel is direct. Yes, it is harder. Not because the legal pathways have disappeared, they still exist. But the scrutiny is deeper, and the enforcement is significantly stricter. One of the most important new developments is the checking of social media accounts. Embassy officials are now reviewing the online presence of visa applicants. Anti-American posts, pro-terrorist content, anything that raises concern about your values or intentions. It can be used as grounds for denial. It does not matter when you posted it or whether you thought it was private. Clean your social media before you apply. This is not optional advice anymore. It is essential. There is also a wave of fear spreading through the Filipino community in the United States right now, not just among undocumented immigrants. Even green card holders and U.S. citizens are anxious. Some are afraid to travel home to the Philippines, worried they will not be allowed back in. Some are considering self-deportation out of sheer panic. Attorney Gerfinkel's advice on this is clear. Do not make irreversible decisions out of fear. Filipinos survived Trump's first term from 2016 to 2020. The enforcement was strict then too, and most people who stayed legally came through without incident. Consult a lawyer before you make any move, because once you leave under certain circumstances, there may be no coming back, and no amount of regret will undo that decision. For those already in the U.S. pursuing citizenship, there is a serious warning. Under the current administration, USCIS is not just processing your application at face value. They are going back and reviewing how you originally obtained your green card. If there are inconsistencies, a marriage that looks arranged, documents that appear questionable, they will investigate. A past approval does not protect you today. This is exactly why you need an immigration attorney before you file anything, not after something goes wrong. And finally, one opportunity that most Filipinos do not know about. Families in the United States can legally petition for relatives in the Philippines through employment-based green cards. If your elderly parents need a caregiver and you have a relative in the Philippines who can fill that role, there is a legal pathway to bring them to the U.S. with a path to permanent residency. It is not widely known, but it is real, it is legal, and it is available right now. The American dream is still real. That is the message Attorney Gerfinkel wants every Filipino to carry, even under this administration. Even with stricter enforcement and deeper scrutiny, the pathways exist. What you need is accurate information, proper legal guidance, and the courage to pursue it the right way, from the very beginning, not as a last resort. If this video gave you something valuable today, hit the like button right now and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe to Global Entry News and ring the bell so you never miss an update. And drop your experience in the comments. Have you ever been denied a U.S. visa? What happened? Your story could help someone else in this community. We will see you in the next one.